Hello, this is Soundout here, and welcome back to another Star Wars review. Today we'll be taking a look at SH Figuarts Darth Maul. This is the first of the Star Wars SH Figuarts that I have picked up. They are kind of hard to get. I want to preface the review with this. They are slated to only be sold in Japan, so distributors like Bluefin Tamashii can't bring them over. For whatever reason, Disney or Lucasfilm, or both, don't want these figures sold in America. So the only way you're going to get them is through Japanese sellers or high prices on eBay. There's no official American distribution for these, and that is a shame, because SH Figuarts Darth Maul has a lot of great things going for him. So without further ado, let's start taking a look at what a Star Wars SH Figuart is like, and how it compares to Hasbro's 6-inch The Black Series. So taking a look at SH Figuarts Darth Maul, the first thing that's going to stand out to most people is the head sculpt. That's what I do want to focus on for a minute because, man, is this a good likeness to Ray Park. The tricky part about Darth Maul figures is that you have all the Sith-branded tattoos. He has the Zabrak, so you have the horns as well, so it is really tricky to pull off this look without it becoming muddled. And with a lower budget figure, like, say, 6-inch Black Series Darth Maul, it comes out clean with the tattoos. The horns are a little tricky, but the face doesn't really look like the actor. And as you can see on this Darth Maul, the middle line tattoo down his nose is off-center. So looking at that aspect of SH Figuarts Darth Maul, you can just tell that it really does look like the actor. It's got every little detail you could possibly want, including the little earring right there, which is such a nice little touch. Overall, the head sculpt is just fantastic. I really do think it was pulled off quite well, and much better than, say, Luke Skywalker from a previous release. Now, when it comes to the other part of SH Figuarts is their size, and I do want to get this right out of the way. SH Figuarts Darth Maul could go with your 6-inch Black Series Star Wars figures, as they are about the same height. He just looks a lot better than all of them, so it does cause that slight issue. It works out in Maul since he is about standard Figuart size, and Maul is a slightly shorter character than some. As you can see, here he is with Obi-Wan. It's just, he just looks so much better than everything else. Posing him with 6-inch Black Series doesn't really work out too well. So, moving these two aside, let's focus on the Maul himself. Don't know why I referred to him as the Maul, but Darth Maul. So when it comes down to the other part of SH Figuarts is the sculpting of the costume, which isn't really hard to pull off here. It's black Sith robes, which is why the white balance on my camera is going insane. But he does have quite a bit of range of articulation. In the head, he's got 2 joints in the neck, 2 ball joints at the neck, plus he has quite the bit of range of upward movement and downward movement, and great side angle glaring would look really good with a hood, but this guy comes with no cloak kind of movement. So it looks really, really great there. His shoulders are slightly restrictive. They only go this far, but that's okay. I haven't found any poses where this really got in the way. But they do move forward in a neat little bit of cloth movement here. You can see that he actually does keep the gap covered, which is nice. It also does rotate up here at the shoulder. You do get an elbow joint. It's a single joint, but it works like a double joint. Ball joint at wrist. You have a ball joint at torso joint, which I guess you could pop apart if you wanted to recreate his final scene from Phantom Menace. You got legs that move out. They rotate here. You can see that the joint works like the new style Figuarts hips. So it does have quite a bit of range forward and back, plus a single joint knee that works like a double joint, much like the elbow. And then you got ankles that only move just a little bit, but it's enough to keep him on balance, plus a toe joint to round out that articulation. So he does have quite a bit more articulation than the Black Series version, but it is slightly restrictive in the ankles because, as you can see here, it just kind of looks weird with his foot kind of crooked like that. And there's not really much ways to fix that without a lot of tweaking of the leg. But other than that, his articulation is quite fantastic. As you can see, he is pulling off this Sith dance pose beautifully. You know, just a perfect recreation of a scene from the movie. Anyways, let's move along and talk about his accessories. For alternate hands, Darth Maul comes with 3 sets. You first get neat little Force hands here that, are reaching out in a Force kind of pose. You get hands that are specifically designed to hold his double-bladed lightsaber. And you get these tighter grip hands for a couple extra accessories that are included that we'll go over in a little bit. Speaking of his double-bladed lightsaber, here it is. It is a neat little accessory. And I mean, it is little. It is the right size. It's not oversized. It is perfectly scaled to the figure. And oh man, is it well painted. All the red buttons are there, the black stripes, the little knob where there should be a connector to plug it into his belt, but that's just not an option here. And it just looks really fantastic. I gotta say, the silver paint looks really good. Everything is clean and sharp. It is a perfect replica. Also, the blades are separate pieces, and all they do is just plug right in to the hilt, which is really nice and really convenient. So now you got the nice double-bladed Darth Maul lightsaber. Naturally, Darth Maul can hold his double-bladed lightsaber using 2 hands, which is really effective and quite awesome. I really think this is great, mostly because when you try to do this with the 6-inch Black Series version, the lightsaber bends in half and pops apart into 2 pieces. It's just nice to see this as a possible thing without the whole lightsaber coming apart. Speaking of the lightsaber coming apart, though, in order to replicate the time where Obi-Wan Kenobi cut Darth Maul's lightsaber in half, you get 2 separate hilts, one for each side. What is cool is that the blades from the double-bladed version can just be plugged right onto these, which means you not only get, a single blade for Maul to taunt Obi-Wan while he's hanging over a cliff, but that also means you can have him wield 2 lightsabers, which is really, 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 really cool. So, Darth Maul can wield 2 separate lightsabers now. A functionality that you really can't do with the movie's official canon, or Clone Wars official canon. It's a neat little thing that you can do here that looks awesome, and unlike the 6-inch version could do something similar, there's not stupid pegs sticking out the end of the hilts. So good job, SH Figuarts. But I just feel like he's missing something. Like, his expression is a little too calm to be wielding a couple lightsabers. If only he had an alternate head. This is Darth Maul's other expression, and this is so cool because most Darth Maul figures have this face. Calm, generic staring. Both heads of the 6-inch Darth Maul had the same expression. Most every other Darth Maul has the same expression. I think only the Disney Infinity figure, the Hero Masher, and this figure actually mix up the expression for once. It's really nice to see, and it is another fantastic head sculpt where he's smiling evilly, kind of grinning. It's really, really cool, and I think it works well with, the single lightsaber, because now it looks like the cover of Darth Maul, Son of Dathomir. That's a very good thing. Overall, the accessory loadout on SH Figuarts Darth Maul is fantastic. Overall, SH Figuarts Darth Maul is quite fantastic, and it makes me sad that a North American release just isn't possible with the current distribution issues. I really do think he's a fantastic figure, and if you can track him down on a Japanese site or other places, by all means get him. He is really great, and for fans of Darth Maul, he's definitely worth a pickup. He did cost quite a bit of money. He was about $50 from AmiAmi, where I did buy mine, and it only has gotten more expensive since he was released. So if you can find him, great. If you want to wait for a re-release and try to get him from a Japanese seller, probably the best idea, but he is really great, and I would highly recommend him. Plus, I'm really looking forward to what else the SH Figuarts Star Wars line is doing. I already have pre-ordered Captain Phasma, and plan on getting Mace Windu. So until next time, be sure to stay tuned for more Star Wars reviews here on Soundout 12. The next Star Wars review will be the Star Wars The Black Series 6-inch 2014 review. To follow up my 2013 review, where I reviewed every figure that was released in 2013, I'm doing the same for 2014 and then 2015 shortly after. So stay tuned for that, and time to send this out saying goodbye.